Thank you, Katy Cats, for picking up and joining the call. Katy couldn't be here. She is a legend. She is an icon. I get it. She has things to do. So let this be a message for her. I know I'm not a part of the Katy Cat. However, I've always been like an adjacent on the side of the corner. I pay attention to Katy Perry for sure. I at least check out everything. I may not stand and stream it all, but I definitely check out everything for sure. I love keeping up with Katy Perry for sure. Also, welcome back to Reactmas. Hey. All right, so as you can read the title of this call, Katy Perry is probably the most disrespected legend or icon to me. I wrote here and said the witness era started it all. But before we get to the witness era, okay, we need to take it back a little bit. I want to take it back to Teenage Dream, the most commercial successful album of the 2010s. Now, let's be honest here, okay? Let's be honest, okay? Katy Perry came out with I Kissed a Girl and I Liked It, right? And from that point, you know, everybody thought she was Let's Be Honest. Okay. I thought that she was gonna be this rebel rocker pop chick. It was beautifully crafted. The image of Katy Perry at the time was like almost like a softer pink. And I'm talking about the artist pink, a little bit more flirty, a little bit more feminine, you know? I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that. I could have been the only one. So Teenage Dream happened. Of course, this has all, and I mean all the bops. And you could not say anything wrong about Katy Perry because at this point in time, anything she touched was gold. Multi-platinum, sometimes diamond. Katy Perry really took it there and really pushed the boundaries of adult camp. Katy Perry's career was very camp sexy. It still is, I guess. But I want to take it back to that because at that time we had Beyonce, we had Gaga, we had Rihanna, we had Nicki, which was also, Nicki almost had the same problem. No shade. Nicki almost had the same problem as Katy, but Nicki cleaned it up. Nicki said, girl, oh no, baby. About 2015, Nicki said, okay, baby, put all the lollipops and rainbows and stuffed animal dresses and the crazy wigs, put all that down. All right, I did what I needed to do, but I gotta go. And by the time Katy tried to do that, it was too late. The thing is, Katy always made hits. Katy could make a hit by just sneezing in the 2010s. And Katy has that catalog where 20 years from now, maybe even longer, she will have like that girls just want to have fun times like 10. When you look at like what was the hits back in the day, Katy's going to take up a lot of that space because she has those iconic, catchy, memorable hits from that album. And from Prism, I can put Prism in that too. Katy had the hits, but she did not have the edge that the other girls had. And that's what did not stick for Katy. Katy had the radio play down, bitch. Katy had the album sales, the radio play. Katy had radio play like how the girls stream today. Okay, that's how sickening Katy was. Katy had how we can just pick up our phones and pull up Spotify or Apple Music and play a song. Katy's songs were on the radio like that. Every time you got in your car and out your car, what was playing? Katy Perry, period. And I'm not over-exaggerating. I wish I was, but I'm really not. She had such a tight grip on the mainstream. However, you had other people that was in her category, but they never gave Katy the crown of artist. They always just gave Katy, she can make a hit. She's going to get us our money back. She's going to make the coin on the radio. And I think that even back in the early 2010s, kind of labeled her to be like a joke in a sense. And not because of her credentials. The credentials was already there. That wasn't the problem. It was the brand of Katy Perry that was the problem. And kind of still is today. Walk with me, Katy Cats, walk with me. I'm baffled by like a college professor. I'm baffled. But for real, bitch, I'm baffled by the disrespect. Everybody is disrespecting Katy, and not everybody, but a lot of people kind of disrespect Katy and kind of shun what she did in the 2010s. It's like, oh girl, it's Katy Perry. Like it was what it was. Like whatever. She can't do it now. And I'm like, but why do y'all feel like that? And is there some truth to she can't really do the Teenage Dream situation in the 2020s? Now we can kind of fast forward to the Witness era. The Witness era, unfortunately, really stained Katy's career. And we could start at the haircut. It was a blonde pixie. I don't know why, but she did it. By the time Witness came around, she was trying to now get into the political. She's always made like the preachy anthem songs, right? She's always made, you could believe in yourself, stand in your truth. But she wasn't out here like Gaga, which was, speaking to, protesting for gay rights and speaking to the president directly and making songs that were very controversial that had underlining meanings and the writing is very oh, wow, that's pushing the pen there. Katy wasn't doing that. Katy was very clean, very safe, very radio. That made her a lot of coin. That made this woman a lot of coin. However, that did not give her I don't even know how to explain it. Even to this day to me, Katy does not have that. When I think about Katy Perry, I think about whipped cream coming out of my tits or spinning candy canes around her tits. But even down to her Super Bowl performance, sickening performance, by the way. But why don't we take her serious? Because everything looked like a Sesame Street episode, or it looked like something out of a Disney movie in a sense, but grown up, And that was her brand. That still is her brand. Fast forward to the Vegas show. The Vegas show is it's like Nickelodeon, Disney Channel with Adult Swim threw up all over that stage. If you took some shrooms and went to go play with your childhood toys, that's Katy Perry's show in Vegas. It's a beautiful set. Everything looks sickening. The budget is budgeting, okay? However, the context of the show is very this is like Sesame Street all over again, and this is like what Katy Perry will do. This is what we can expect from Katy, and this is just what it's going to be. Opposed to her counterparts who have grown up, who has changed up the tone, switched up the tempo, given their fans different hills and valleys in their albums. Katy has always stuck to making pop hits. And that's just what it will be. Even down to her ballads, it's going to be poppy. It's going to be radio friendly. She's never taken a risk. And when she did take a risk, Witness was the risk I'm talking about, it was too late. And that risk was what is this? You've already submitted yourself to be this campy queen that is going to be playful all the time. And now you're trying to be political, shave your head. You're sick of you're sick of that brand that we're talking about right now, about what this is what it is. And may I mind you, Witness to me had bops. I love Witness. I don't love Witness, but I love a lot of songs on Witness. I have a lot of songs from Witness saved on my phone. I feel like Witness got shunned and kind of disregarded due to the fact that it wasn't an old feeling Katy Perry situation, which is kind of unfair because it definitely had bops. Definitely had bops that unfortunately still felt safe. Still felt baby girl, aka Swish Swish, which even though I love Swish Swish, but the girls don't live for Swish Swish because a tiger don't lose no sleep, don't need opinions from a shellfish or a sheep. Don't you come for me, no, not today. The writing is very ABC. What's happening here, Katy? This is you reading. This is you reading. To the point where we knew what the song was about. It was about Taylor Swift. The fact that Taylor Swift came out with Look What You Made Me Do and you got outread by Taylor Swift. You know how crazy it is to be read by Taylor Swift? Man, mind you, but no shade to Taylor Swift though, the pen is penning. The pen is going to pen. The pen is going to pen. Double entendres, different meanings, a deeper level on writing. Taylor's pen is crazy. Her image is very clean and squeaky, like Katy. But the pen is going to be pushed harder. And she's going to be a little bit more risky of what she wants to do. It was what, girl? You comparing her to a coupon? That was the best read you could do, girl. Even with her taking a risk and being chained to the rhythm, right? Her, speaking on issues about it was kind of counterproductive because she was kind of talking about how we're all chained to the rhythm. But she played that rhythm, bitch. Katy was the rhythm that we were all chained to at one point, and now she's no, I'm not anymore. I'm no longer a part of this anymore. I'm speaking up for us. But it was bitch, you were that. You know what I mean? So that's why Witness couldn't be taken seriously, because it was you did this big dramatic shift, but even within you trying to be risky and have this grown up situation, it was still baby girl. The name don't hold as weight as it used to, and Katy knows this, unfortunately, and she shouldn't. I don't feel like I don't think it's fair. I don't think Katy deserves any of this. I think she is way too talented, way too sickening. In my mind, I think Katy is very sickening. I wish that, you know, we're in the 2020s and Katy has not had a hit like Teenage Dream and stuff since then. And When I'm Gone, I'm really, really gone, bitch, a bop for me. And 365 was that. Y'all slept on that. Y'all tried it. And that's a huge bop. I love that song. But nobody gives her these chances anymore because everybody's like, oh, it's going to be just Katy Perry being Katy Perry, girl. And I'm like, actually, she's actually really trying to break out that mode. However, even if I listen to those two songs, I feel like it's an updated, growner version of Katy Perry. But remember Smile? Oh, we don't even talk about Smile, girl. We don't even talk about Smile. Yeah, I'm grateful. Yeah, when I've been around a while. That album, that whole album, I just blanked on that whole album. I almost wanted to blank on that album. I wanted to forget and act like it never happened. So it was Witness and then Smile. And that's what happened. That's what happened, bitch. Oh, Chad, I forgot about, because I'm talking about Hawaii, Harley's in Hawaii. And then she did, what she do? Daisy, I cover you with daisies. And even though I know this, shout out to her daughter, but like, the song that blew up from that album, though, that was classic Katy, was This is when over and it's really, really over, and just because it's over and it's really, really over again, like a bop. Katy, the Smile song was tired. Hated that song, actually. The Daisy song, beautiful for your daughter. Love that for y'all. Damn, Smile. Smile didn't hit on nothing, actually. And so we fast forward to now, after the Vegas show was over. She said she's coming out with new music. I am excited to hear. I hope that, Katy, you have a lot to talk about. You have a lot to talk about. You have a lot to, being a mother, being a wife, running the pop games since 2010s until now. And what is your perspective now on music? And I feel like that's where she needs to come from on this new album. I think that she can have this massive pop moment that she deserves. I think she can go on a world tour and sweep. I really do. I feel like that can be a thing for her, but I know that she loves the big Sesame Street sets and stuff like that, but I think it's just time to evolve from that. I know that's so, and that's hard to say because it's almost like asking Gaga to stop wearing leather, you know? It's almost like telling Gaga to stop wearing wing liner or Nicki to stop wearing a pink wig. So I understand it's so synonymous with your brand, but I do, just like those ladies that I just named, they have grown and made their brands recognizable, but just evolved. And I want that to happen for you, Katy. This Vegas show, you can tell, I hope maybe this Vegas show was a very good closing to that old Sesame Street, big puppeteer, everything is very animated era of you, because you did it to the nines. Like you did it to the most extreme of the most expensive it could be. I think it's time to leave it alone. It's time to move on. It's time to go to something new. It's time to get into something else. Katy, you're such a legend. You're such an icon. Katy, you're such an icon in this industry. And I don't want you to let people on the internet bully you from realizing and knowing how iconic you are. So I'm making this Skype call for you to, when you go and embark into this new album, and I know you've had some slip-ups in the past, and I know some people don't feel like they can relate and identify with you, but I want you to understand that you are iconic, you are a legend, and in this pop world, and you can do what you want to do, but just be true to you, Katy. Just when you step into this new world, just be true to you, and whoever flocks to that will flock to it, and whoever don't, that's fine. You've already submitted yourself in this industry. You don't have anything else to prove. All right, Katy Cats. All right, Tyler's Army. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this Skype call. And what do you feel about Katy Perry's new era? Do you feel like she needs to leave that old Sesame Street overly campy stuff alone and move on to something else? Or do you think she could stay there and come back and still be on Sesame Street, girl? I don't know. What y'all think? Please, in the comments below, Katy Cats, just if Katy watches this video, I don't know if she watches my channel, but if she does, let her read the comments and be like, wow, they really love me. Yes, because we love you, Katy Perry, bitch. We live for you, girl. Just evolve. It's time to move forward. You know, it's time to dig deeper. And that's what we want to see. We want to see you grow up, because we grew up, bitch. We grew up, girl. We got kids and marriages now. So we want to see what you got going on, you know? So leave some really nice comments below for Katy, and also what you think she should do and what her sound should be for this new era. Any way we can help, girl. We want to see you win. All right, Tyler's Army, I thank you for picking up this call, and I hope you're enjoying React Miss, because I will see you tomorrow. Bye, Army.